If a smoothie fixes their tiredness, maybe they're just not that tired. That's what I think when I see influencers sharing their energy-restoring, fatigue-fighting recipes online. I don't know for sure. I don't know how tired they are. And if their smoothies help them, I am happy for them. It is wonderful. But I've spoken to a lot of people out there who get seriously annoyed by those videos because they know that their levels of fatigue cannot be fixed by a magic chia and spirulina smoothie. Not even by a chocolate one, unfortunately. There are all sorts of reasons for people feeling very tired. Some people have acute or chronic health conditions. Some people have a baby that wakes up 5 times a night and keeps them awake. There are many reasons. I have spoken to a lot of people, and none of them said that the lack of a chia and spirulina smoothie in their life was the reason for them being tired. If you're very tired and you don't know why, you should probably be thinking about seeing a doctor. If you're tired and you know exactly why you're tired, you've done everything you can to not feel tired, but you're still tired, then the question can sometimes shift from how do I stop being tired to how do I function when I'm this tired? And this is what this video is about. I'm going to share with you some things that I found helpful and that people that I've spoken to found helpful. We're all different, of course, so no guarantees whatsoever that it's going to help you. I don't know, but if it does, please tell me in the comments. Please like and subscribe. That would make me very happy to know that it's helped someone. This video is not health advice and does not replace a consultation with your doctor or health professional. If you are experiencing fatigue due to health reasons, consult with your doctor or health professional. Do you know the feeling when you're super tired, but you're draining what little energy you've got left on feeling upset about being tired? Yeah, I know that feeling. And I think it's probably not a very productive one. So I try not to do that. I try not to waste energy on being upset about not having energy. I'm not talking about acceptance of being tired. I don't want to accept that I'm tired. I mean, acceptance is a strong word, right? I'm still not happy about being tired, but I want to be able to shift focus. I want to be able to shift focus from being upset about being tired to something productive. My energy is better spent on actual things that are useful for me. Something that I and a lot of other people find productive is using a calendar. For some people, it's a piece of paper. For some people, it's an app, whatever works for you. I like to note down all the important upcoming due dates, such as when bills need to be paid. Trying to hold on to every bit of information and every due date in my head can be an energy-demanding exercise in itself. Instead, I try to set up trustworthy systems that I can rely on so that I can have visibility of upcoming due dates, so I can allow sufficient time in my schedule to do what needs to be done. I find it very helpful also to build in contingency into my plans. So don't leave things to the last minute. Something that I and a lot of people I've spoken to find helpful is only planning a small number of tasks per each day above the compulsory daily baseline. By compulsory daily baseline, I mean daily tasks that you absolutely have to do every single day. For me, my personal number of tasks seems to be 3. 3 tasks above the normal daily activities. If I plan any more than 3, I tend to not get them done. But when I plan 3 tasks, I usually get them done, and sometimes I even surprise myself and do something extra. Sure, different tasks take up a different amount of time, some are easier than others. But over time, I've developed a better feel for task sizing, so to speak. I no longer set tasks like tidy up the garden. Instead, I tend to go for something smaller and more specific, such as remove weeds from that 1 square meter in the corner. The number of tasks you can realistically complete in a day can obviously depend on a lot of things. So your number may not necessarily be 3. Maybe it's 1, maybe it's 5, maybe it's something else. A lot of people I've spoken to seemed to gravitate towards the number 3, and 3 tasks seemed like a reasonable amount for a lot of people. But let me know in the comments if you've ever thought about this and what your number of tasks is. Another thing that can be worthwhile is trying to set up everyday systems and processes in a way that would minimize future work. For example, I have a watering system in my garden that saves me a lot of energy compared to having to water plants with a watering can or from a hose. If you're interested in efficient gardening specifically, I have another video that touches on that. Another example of an everyday system that can save energy down the road is an effective way and approach to filing receipts and warranty information. So I know that if my headphones, for example, break, it won't take me 2 hours to find the receipt and warranty information. The next thing that resonated with a lot of people that I've spoken to was that when acquiring new items, it's important to see the difference between items that save time and items that take up time. Consider ongoing effort requirements of various items before getting them, or various life changes before making them happen. For example, haircuts and hair colors that need to be redone every 6 weeks, or white sneakers that don't want to stay white for some reason. Light-colored wall-to-wall carpets. What little energy I have is better directed in a more productive way. Well, this is it for now. I understand that if you're watching this video, you're probably pretty tired, so let's not make this video any longer than it needs to be. If you found any of this helpful, please like and subscribe.